In this video, I wanted to give you guys an overview of a recent Bible that I purchased. This is the Cultural Background Study Bible. This particular one is in the New King James Version. They do have it in a few other versions. I wanted a King James, but they did not have it available. But they did have the New King James, so that's what I picked up. And the main reason that I picked up this Bible was because of the fact that if you really want to understand biblical times, the biblical writings, understanding the culture of the day is a huge benefit. And there's several different books out there on the topic, and this is a great summary. And I'll leave a link down in the description below to Amazon to where you guys can go over and check out a couple of the books that I'm talking about, as well as this. And I'm just going to go ahead and show this to you guys. Now, it does have this cover. You can kind of see the Bible itself. This is hardback. Leather is not available anymore, at least not new that I've seen. I think you can still get some of the used ones out there on the market. And this is kind of related to another study Bible that's out there, and it's the Archaeological Study Bible, which I do have a copy of. Let me know down in the comments if you guys would like to see that one as well. You can see here, I'm just going to flip through some of the introduction stuff. You can kind of see here, just talks a little bit about the quick start guide here, which is always a helpful thing to understand how to use your helps. We have the table of contents that lists where you can find everything in here. We have the author introductions. Just again, it's more information for you guys as you go through this Bible. Acknowledgments. We have an about the authors section that tells who it is, that had compiled this. We have some abbreviations list. It's always helpful when you're going to study, come upon an abbreviation. This is the key for that. The preface of the New King James Version. This tells you a little bit about the New King James translation. Again, all good information. The more you know, the better off you're going to be. And it does break it out very well. And we have here a Hebrew to English translation chart. This is very helpful to give you a lot of the meanings for some of the words that don't necessarily come over smoothly from one language to another. And again, this is one of the things that this Bible works to do, is to try to help give you a better understanding of how certain words and things were translated. And you can see there's quite a bit of that in this Bible. We're just going to keep flipping on over until we get to this section here. And this is a section that shows some archaeological discoveries, some texts related to ancient times of the Old Testament. There again, the best supporter, or the Bible's best friend, is archaeology. That's one of the reasons that archaeology was started. And again, archaeology has proven the Bible on multiple occasions. And you have a wealth of information here. You've got a timeline that just gives you an overview of the timeline of various events all the way up till you get to the New Testament. And then we begin in the Old Testament, and we'll get to some of the commentary here in just a minute. And it talks about here the major background issues from the ancient Near East. And this is one of the focuses of this Bible, is that it breaks down the culture of the day. It really gives you a lot of the information as far as what was going on in world events and things like that during this period. And that's why it is such a useful tool. But again, this is just an extremely brief summary. We're going to flip over here. It's going to begin the Torah, of course, the Old Testament, the 5 books of Moses, and it begins with the book of Genesis. We have an introduction, and then once we get through the introduction, there's various articles And also, as far as, like this one here, this is just one of them, guys. You can see here creation and existence. And again, the notes that go along with this are very helpful. It really breaks down a lot of the text and helps you to understand it a little bit better. And you can see here the firmament and the waters above. And that's what this Bible does just throughout. It really gives you a lot more information on everything here. And there again, I mean, there could be a lot more done, but you have a wealth of information in here. This is why I like study Bibles. I have multiple different ones depending on the type of study that I want to do. If I want to look up something as far as the historical significance or some of the archaeological evidence around it, that's where my archaeological Bible will come in. Even though this does have a lot of information from that version, that one is still one that I do have in my collection. Again, let me know down in the comments if you guys would like for me to show that one to you as well. And again, guys, it has a lot of information. I'm real glad to have this one. I would have liked it if it was in the King James Version and, it had a little bit larger text. I do like the giant print text, which you can kind of see the size of this within this video. And again, I'm glad to have it. I look forward to digging into it a little bit more. I have not had much time yet to really get into some of the topics, but I am glad to have it here. Again, just a wealth of information. But guys, I hope you liked the video. Again, this is just a quick overview of this Bible. Just wanted to show you a few of the things that are in it. And again, as we have the introductions, I just want to flip over here to the back real quick just to show you all some more of what is in here. We have an entire breakdown of the mark of the beast in the book of Revelation and so on. Can't show you everything. We do have a concordance in the back. Just try to flip back here just to show you a little more about some of the study guides and things like that. And you can see it, this whole section here of study helps that's in this Bible. Table of monies, weights, and measures. All through. We have an index of articles as well. That way, if you're trying to find a particular article, this will tell you where it is in this Bible. And you can see that it is quite the index due to the large number of articles there. Index of articles in alphabetical order. Again, this is just another way to find them as far as all the various articles. If you remember reading a particular one, it has it listed here alphabetically. You do have a concordance as well. And just to flip on through to the end of the concordance, just bear with me a minute, guys. I just wanted to show you a good overview of this Bible. And you can see that that's quite a concordance. Till we get to the back, let's just go ahead, skip a little bit faster. And we do have a section of maps. And that is where it closes out everything as far as some of these maps. And again, these are great study guides. Kind of shows you an overview of the ancient Roman Empire. And again, guys, I'm glad to have it and hope to get a little more time to spend studying, getting into some of these issues, some of the things that this covers, just to show you some of the stuff that it talks about on here. But here it is, guys. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. That is my overview of the Cultural Background Study Bible. Thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Like and share the video, and we'll see you next time.